Alright, we're live.
This series, and it's a good one for them
We're
to
wearing
start
the
off
same
with. It's
thing they're
not one
wearing.
to take lightly. It's one that
Kind of like we're the
you're going to
players.
be playing some great
Just
Halo
like-
to come out.
I played with these guys the
with
other
a
day.
victory, but I think it's
Win.
more than coming out with a victory.
I
here
did
in
terrible.
Shopify Rebellion.
I did.
I did truly
in
abominable.
this first series and
It was a
say,
big team
hey,
battle,
we
right?
know that
Yeah.
Cloud9 have
Well, and
historically
squads.
put up a
Oh,
fight
okay.
against some of the big teams.
It's
Well, we
weird
want to
that
win
you
this one
couldn't keep
3-0,
up with
and
that.
we
That
want
is
to
weird.
really
Well, it was weird. I couldn't
make
keep up with
everybody who's
anyone
sat in the arena
at that level.
sat in the
When was the
wall
last time you played Halo?
backstage ready
And
for
then
their
you,
main
like,
stage
kind of
games. Take notice
Probably
of
would have
how
been like
good we are
8
looking.
months ago.
Coach Center on your
Ish.
screen there, as we just mentioned, you just saw Coach B-Man.
No. I haven't done that yet. I did that like 3 years ago.
And
I
as you
haven't
said, if
played
you just took the name
multiplayer since like
Shopify
8 months
Rebellion
ago.
and you talked about them playing against players
Hey,
like
hey,
Sam,
good
Sephiroth,
morning.
Boo Boo
Or,
last
nope,
season,
good afternoon.
This is a toss-up of a
morning,
series here. Obviously,
Yeah,
with
more
the
or
team
less.
changes here on Shopify, things are a bit different in terms of expectations going in. However, it will be not just their first test on LAN, but an opportunity for them, as you said, Mark, to put a stake in the ground. I think Optic is going to be looking at this series
Yeah, it's the major.
very closely, right? They're going to be
I just
looking
got
at
up a
each other's
minute ago.
series, not just this event, of course, but all year, and saying, all right, if these guys go to
Oh, yeah,
Game
can you
5
turn
with
the claw
C9,
machine on real quick? What the fuck are you
and then
doing?
Optic is on the other side,
Of your-
where you're going
of your
in
figures.
pools, could be a very different story.
Okay.
So we're going to put a lot of stock into
I
this
thought you were
series
doing
because you can just
selfies
tell
in
with how
the
close this
Yeah.
series,
command
every
center
game
here.
is going to matter. Every game in
The-
pools could really determine
at the
where
very
you are in
bottom.
this
The
bracket.
big red power
Speaking
button,
of
does that
stock,
do it?
the
That does
stock
it.
price of
Thanks
last
for some
year
shit.
has risen
And
exponentially
help.
Last year.
throughout the
Should've
last
bought last
couple of
year.
months or so. He has become a
tell
superstar.
people
Almost,
what
it
they
feels
win?
like overnight,
Yeah.
but it's been a
Oh,
much
okay.
longer story than that. You
I'm
know,
just curious if
FFA
people are
World
just winning
Champion, grinding through those
dope
open
shit
brackets.
without knowing.
Finally,
No.
gets
I
that
tell them what they
opportunity
win.
to team with two of the greats. Royal 2 on your screen right now. Frosty on your screen in just a
Enjoy
few
the
moments'
Ghost
time, I would
Rider
imagine, too.
rewatch.
It certainly will be on our screens when it comes to picking up that sniper rifle on Origin. I mean, what an opportunity is for him and Cycle. It's been talked about, but now that we're here at the first major, this is where you have to make it count.
When do they start? Right now.
Cycle and last
That's a
shot
cool
now
stage.
paired
It's all-
alongside.
It is a nice stage.
In Frosty and Royal 2, they come in with the #1 seed. And this game #1 will be our first opportunity to see them in official LAN play. They're going up against C9. Game
I'm
1
ready to
starts
watch a
in
big
just a
old
moment.
whooping.
Capture the
Yeah,
flag
ready for some
on
wins.
Fortress.
Yeah.
is where
It's
we
been
are
a
gonna
while
be
since
heading.
we've
The
been in
first
the
time
hot
we'll
seat,
see
boys.
It has
Fortress
been a
on land.
minute.
I feel like
As
we're gonna
part
have
of
to
the
get the
new
mojo
season,
back.
official
Yeah, we got to start
new
cooking.
season.
We got so many new references
We have
now.
the
We got
ownership
Sopranos
on the sniper
references.
rifle
God, you're right.
Yep.
as well, and the repulse,
shit.
which is certainly a useful tool for getting
It's going to
in
be
and
a
around those
whole
towers.
new
It's
era of
such a
superstition
nuisance
for us.
if you could overextend and get inside of one of those bases.
Absolutely. This one, as
Yeah.
we said,
Oh,
have
I
not been
watched-
more
I
excited
watched
for a
a
series in
lot.
a long time, especially series #1 of the
What's the funny
season.
line you-
Shopify versus
I don't
C9.
remember
Let's
any
not
funny
forget, if you're
lines.
wondering
No,
if
you
C9
got it.
Yeah, no, you.
taking the distance,
So what?
they've
No
already
fucking
has this
ZD now?
Game 5 in the NA qualifier. We could see this one go the
that
distance
Pauly?
without a doubt.
No, that was
This is good
AJ.
for
When
everybody.
they're at like,
It means
it's in the
that
very
Halo
beginning.
is back. We
Like
are back here
it's something like
with a new
Grandma
season,
can't
with a new
come, and they're
game
like,
type.
oh man.
And it's
AJ
time
goes,
for us to get
so
this
what?
one
No fucking
underway.
ZD now.
From the point of view of the young man who has impressed so many
This is Brent Everett.
since
He
he
said
joined
poop.
this new look Shopify lineup. It is of course Cycle.
We're the first
Wow.
Yeah, that's my boy. I played with him
Wow.
recently.
registered. The
What about it?
2025 season is here and underway. Welcome to your 4th year.
Oh
of Halo
my
Infinite.
God.
Yep.
How we have some of the spiciest storylines in
on his
Halo
own.
history coming in.
Yeah,
Tune in here
Cycle's.
for C9.
The whole team's
Royal 2
fucking
gets that sniper
disgusting.
rifle already putting
Like,
into work.
extremely
First
good.
kill for him, C9 find
And it
themselves
makes me
3 down.
happy.
Frosty on your screen. We said it wouldn't take long for him to be here. Well, he's got the overshield, but it will be a trade
That's fine.
coming in, which
Trading
means
it's
that
not
sniper
bad. They got
rifle
the
will
sniper.
not go immediately in.
Woo!
Of Cloud9, but
I'm
Royal
starting
2
to think
looks
they're
like
good
he's
at this
ready for the
game.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking.
Holy
Have you
shit.
guys watched them this season or not really?
Little
I
bits,
have
not
a
a ton,
feeling
though.
Royal
I've
2
watched pretty
is
much
gonna be alive
every
in this
single
spiral
event
quite a
they've
bit
been
this
in.
season
They are
with a
just
sniper rifle
so
in hand, already early
consistent.
control from them in
Like,
terms
they
of
just
kills
don't
count.
miss.
Last time it-
And when I watched them, I'm like, I could probably hop in Halo and do this. But then when I did, I couldn't hit shit. I couldn't hit a-
That's always the fun part about watching esports is like we'll go to we'll watch an Apex Major or something and we're like, damn, that game looks fun and also like I can do that. And
Yeah.
you go home and you download, you log in, you're like, hang on a second, this is not as
Heads up
fun.
play for
Read
Sam.
that.
Another player was pushing Bond. Royal 2, as you say, slides under the tag, but doesn't live to tell the tale. He'll be taken down, so an opportunity for them to try to get a few more kills on the board as they push forward.
LA. After LA, we got back with you and Andrew. We're like, we're just gonna play 2 games of Apex. It lasted like 3 games. And we're like, alright, what should we play now?
Yeah, that's how it always goes.
Just a little bit of
Thank
pressure.
you, Resub Kane.
Too dead
Let
for
me give
C9
some.
as the rest
And
of his team do the
You
work
watch it
inside of their own
and
base
you're
to clear it out.
like,
Royal
oh,
2
I
is back
can't even aerial.
to the
yeah,
spot.
Rocket League is the
Suspicion
one where we
down
watch it, and I
over
know I can't do it, so I never try. But every shooter that we're in, when when we watch, I'm like, I know I can do this.
Yeah, like I can hit shots.
Yeah.
Here's where the eyes are
And
going
then
to
the other
fall bottom
players
middle,
move
spawning in 5
and
seconds.
then they try to stop me from hitting them, and they're really frustrated.
Probably damage call out from his teammates inside of the base.
Oh,
So they can
he
clean up
second
those
guessed
five
it.
members. He can overextend and put pressure on
Oh,
someone.
nice.
There's Frosty there, covering.
What's that?
Frosty saved him.
I guess we have to say now.
That was
Cloud9
the
duo.
repulse.
Now that obviously the separation from Snakebite has gone down, but it's Cloud9 who get that next overshield. That's 1-to-1 in overshield pickups.
Cycle doing well to melt just about all of it off. Boo Boo will get into the base with just a little bit of overshield to play with. They will also get the first pick. Flag will be moving here with damage on the board. Let's see if they can get here in the ring with no damage. 3 dead.
Oh, that's bad.
Cycle last player alive. They
That's,
already have the flag
yeah, that's
toss
a rough
ready as
start.
well. Boo Boo will likely run this himself as they look to rotate.
Alright, that's alright. Warming up,
The
warming
board
up.
First, and as we said, if you
never
thought
want
this
the
was
first
going to
one.
be an easy series for Shopify, I think again it's C9 out to an early lead in game number 1.
Oh man, they're fucking shitting on us right now though. Jesus.
The recognition that that timing window was there to get that flag moving from
He's
Boo
used to
knowing
blame.
his two teammates had a damage advantage in the fights they were taking.
You plan on trying out
Trust them
Overwatch Stadium?
to run
Nope.
that, to get those kills so he can run that flag. That's exactly what happens. He finds himself as last alive now, but it's perfect.
There we go.
Objective work coming in
Can we
from
get a pull
Cloud9.
here?
That's why they find themselves
Oh, no,
up
we're
by
not
one
ready.
hit.
Couldn't agree more. Really, the timing here on this
Oh,
map, the
what
sidelines
bad
and the
timing
nooks and
that was.
crannies of both the spiral
still
and
got
the
him.
snipe elbow are such that when you get the right
Oh yeah, I
damage,
saw
you don't
Sinners yesterday. It was
necessarily
good.
need
I
those
liked it.
kills.
Nice shot.
Across the map here from Frosty.
I was excited to.
If you don't necessarily get those
Well, I am
kills,
excited.
that's
That's sweet.
okay,
Thanks,
because you
Wayne.
have the damage, you have the sidelines, you can start those runs,
looks
and that's
good.
exactly what they did. Let's not forget,
It
they
is
pulled
good.
that flag with only 1 dead, and they perfectly execute on the players that were still remaining here. 2 dead for Shopify once again.
One thing that's been very impressive for me so far from Cloud9 is the way they've actually fought out of their base. There was some really good initial pressure, a couple of 2, 3 deaths that they found themselves having to fight their way out of, but
Damn.
they've had to really scrap and fight to get that flag moving,
boys.
outtaking a lot of damage on their way through, and that's why you see
Come on, gentlemen.
Shopify Rebellion are outslaying Cloud9 right now.
Oh, that's tragic. Oh boy. Yeah, I know about sperm racing.
Spiral, a big one. It's 2 dead yet again here.
I don't.
Flag is
You guys
being
haven't heard
also
about the,
needs
like
to
the
play
sperm
carefully,
races in
watching the yellow
California?
spawners.
Yes.
Why are they only in California?
You guys need to get educated.
Is it what it literally sounds like?
Well.
Shopify pushing
There's
forward.
a bunch of guys putting down their sperm and
Clear out
running
their
away.
side
Yeah.
of the base first. It's 3 dead once
You could
again.
say that.
And this is the game now that
This is
Cloud9
really-
can
Is there any
play.
kind
They
of
can be careful.
explanation
They can make sure
that
their base
can
is
be
clear before they
given?
have to be aggressive, 'cause they
He's
have
locked
to.
in.
Yeah, it was like 4 dead. Last shot was first
Welcome
spawner
back
now,
to
and that's a
it.
big
Yeah.
pick.
We'll
From
revisit
last
in a
shot to
moment.
Make sure to get that
Okay.
kill. We'll see if the flag continues moving
Nice.
here. But a big response from Shopify.
You got
Very
Sniper.
good flag is the question. Already down at the bond.
This is by far the slowest start I've ever seen from us in any series.
It's like Cloud9 trying to
Pretty
prioritize
cold
keeping
up
map
on this
control.
thing.
They're
Yeah.
keeping numbers up.
Cloud9
Return
got
should
hand
come in
warmers,
pretty
we
comfortably
didn't.
here for Shopify
we should
Rebellion,
test
and
this.
indeed that
Rumor, at
one will go home.
Yeah,
So
I have
6
an
minutes left
Xbox,
on
I
the
just
clock
don't
here.
play it, there's
Frosty's
nothing to
starting
play
get
on
a
it.
little bit more aggressive with this sniper in his hand. Cycle's going to find the first pick. Frosty's got numerous.
Oh.
In front of him, but
Almost.
Septify holds his
Maybe someone can clean it up?
in
Yeah.
that fight to get the
There we
kill.
go. That's a good
3
flag pull now.
on the side of C9. Royal 2 inside of that base trying to get that flag moving.
That's staggered as well. Boo Boo's your first spawner staggered. This flag should go based on what we saw in the numbers and the
Flag
pacing
should go.
alone.
The
Let's
flag
see
should
if
go.
It
Go,
should
flag,
go.
It
Last shot did
should
so
go.
well.
Go
The flag was
home,
the
little
first one.
doggy.
They might respond here. The
Don't
flag
come
now
back.
down on the arches.
They
Still some
killed
work
him.
to do here. Cloud9 again
I don't even know who
defensively.
got him.
Somehow or other, making this work. And now last shot. Well, he's last alive.
Yeah.
2 players from Cloud9
Man.
towards that return.
Oh boy.
they got plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
boy.
Except now they got a free pull out of it.
Well, that happened. Oh no, this is the classic play. You kill them here.
So they need to be very
They're
careful. Many
frantic.
to make sure he's picking up very important kills here. Might even go for the back right clean.
Yeah, we
touch.
traded it. That's
So
okay.
the flag will stay alive. It was 3 dead, however. On paper, this should be a return. 4 dead. Now this
Alive
will be a
grenade on
return.
four.
We will stay
I guess
here at
they
1-0
can
with 6
forever
minutes
do
left.
Will Cloud9 regret that because they've tried to force that flag?
And we got
See,
overshield
I
out of it.
don't
That's big.
And as the overshield pops up, they lose the overshield as well. Frosty's inside of the base. It's just a trade though. And Cloud9 are going to have to make a defensive play once more.
Man, is this ever a heated game 1? You
Come
can
on.
just tell how
Yeah.
Nice.
C9 is pushing Shopify. 3 were dead for C9.
Last
Maybe
shot
was
with the
your last
sniper.
player
Big.
alive. 5:40 left, and it has required.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh, he's always good for it.
To play with, despite the name.
So what, no fucking ZD?
The most no-scope I've ever seen. He was like, get out of the way.
Yep.
That a boy.
And now
Another
he
one.
continues to output damage. C9 trapped in their base.
Yep.
Oh god, he's fucking disgusting.
Man wrecking crew.
Almost lackadaisical no-scope coming in from
Good
last
pull.
shot.
Yep.
Now
Good
we
pull.
go.
Here we go.
C9 3 dead. Septify only one alive.
Yeah, that should be
and the
fine,
cover
yeah.
is coming in from Frosty. The pieces had
All right, good.
Nice.
We're waking up. We're waking up.
We're here.
Good, 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 good. One more.
Will put that one on the board, and actually they will go ahead now.
Oh,
Back to back there.
when he was
2-1
carrying that
here.
flag, I got a little flutter in my heart. I'm either nervous or dying. Starting to feel things
He
again.
got several, as you said, no
Oh my
scopes
God, boys.
and hard scopes on the back spiral and the back of the base.
Yeah, if you want the explanation, though, Shanibi just posted it. 2 universities racing their sperm. There's an official Instagram called Sperm Racing.
No, that's
But
not
no,
an
but like,
explanation.
that's actually like,
Nice shot.
how does one race a sperm?
Danny, I don't know what you get. You don't get. There's 2 universities,
Yeah.
and they've got an Instagram.
And they're racing their sperm.
They're just out there like,
Makes it tier 1s up.
there are logistical things that I have many questions about.
Was that the right choice? You've got that overshield, and that's where that flag
Yep.
pressure has come
Good
from.
trades.
That's why you're seeing this score be flipped. 2-1 in the favor of Shopify Rebellion, and now
Way to
Frosty
clean it up.
will pick up the final kill. It's 4
You
dead
boys
heroes.
know
He's
that
last
I
alive,
used to
but look at
compete
the
in
pressure.
MLB
Look at the
for
way he's
Halo.
flying forward. He takes the 1v1.
Did- wait, did you really?
And he gets a
I
little
was
bit lucky
good.
to stay alive
I
in
was
that
there.
situation, but the space
Well,
is
how
really
though?
Battle.
means that Shopify
Like on
have
game
to play to
battles?
this next overshield.
No, in person in Orlando.
Wait, what?
They do that for Call of Duty as well.
No, never Call of Duty.
Very nicely trades.
Trade,
That's a
good
big
trade.
individual effort from him. 2v2 for this overshield.
Like a tier 1 soul.
But yeah, we
Can't
go
quite
to
clean
a
up Boo
big,
initially, but now
sweaty,
sliding out to the
smelly
front of the base.
conference
He's going to look
room in a
towards those
hotel
archers and
in
get that
Orlando.
kill as well. Doubling back, doesn't get the trade in that
But
situation.
I thought MLG you had to qualify for. That means your team must have qualified.
It must have been open quals back then because there were a bajillion teams that way.
It is indeed. You look back to some of the
We
plays
had
we saw
one
earlier
person
where
on
it
our
felt like they
team
should
who
have had the
belonged
flag
there,
absolutely ran and done
and
on
then the
paper,
rest
but
of
they
us
did
just
not.
filled
The
the team.
damage from Manning will make sure that last shot's not able to sneak through archers and maybe even stay alive for this one.
Nah.
2 dead for the moment. Can they get another flag on the board? Only 3 minutes to do it.
Somebody's playing the ball.
Oh, they've got their sights set.
Thanks for 5 gift subs, Joshua.
He's locked
Wins
in.
that once, just stops the pressure,
He's
just
locked
stops
in.
the furthest player from Cloud9
we
getting
about to?
anywhere near that flag.
Almost.
Seconds
good
to
effort.
go.
That was good.
Talked about that in-game clock now elapsed. Cloud9 still
Come on,
trying to
boys,
get the
hold
numbers on the
on.
map to formulate and push themselves. This is looking like a little bit of a better situation for them. Royal 2, he's in the net screen. We will find
Oh,
out
the fact, yeah.
momentarily
Yeah,
for
I
Shopify.
had the lead on that one
And
though.
Cloud9
Yeah,
have
you
a little
hate to
bit of
trade
pressure.
those.
Shopify now has a lot of responsibility with this sniper rifle, as it could be one of the last ones
A
we
lot of
see in this game for
responsibility, but
C9.
he's gonna miss every shot.
But he's not responsible.
No.
Big 1v1.
Ah!
Come on, boo.
Even bigger, the double
Oh, he's dead. He's
Alright,
dead.
well, we got the sniper back.
kill.
Royal 2 with it is huge.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice shot. That's how
That-
the class.
That was actually
That's
so
big
big.
defense.
Downtown
Yeah.
on a cross map.
Holy
Who shut
shit.
it
You saw in the comms right there, if you were watching Septify's player cam, he was terrified that it was Royal 2 who killed him in the spiral because Royal 2 pops up on the boo-boo flagpole and immediately hits the brain.
Oh, well,
To stop
we
that
might still
run
be
in
might
its
still be able to get
tracks.
out here with sniper.
Everything looked good on paper, but Royal 2 shuts it down.
Yep.
That a boy.
Kill.
Septify challenges. Royal 2 accepts. Overshield though. Overshield just got picked up by Sap.
No.
For C9.
No.
Again,
Double kill. They know the Royal 2 is still in their base, but they've got to go forward here, C9. They have to give responsibility to spawners to get that flag cleared out. Sap has to be aggressive here, alongside Boo Boo, to get this flag moving. Time is a factor. 1 minute
Come
40
on.
on the clock.
Come on.
this pick is massive.
Nah, they got Royal
as you
2.
say, just under 2 minutes to play.
No.
And where these first few kills go, Royal 2's the first to fall. 2 dead here.
Oh, God.
Pressure is here.
Alright, they'll get a pull out of it, but maybe we can shut it down.
Back of the spiral on the armory
don't
here
even
for
get a pull.
Shopify
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. We're all.
They don't know what to do.
They're panicking. I can feel them. They're panicking.
Yep.
To create that numbers advantage.
Did not go. They had 2 dead, and they did not apply the pressure from the correct angles here. That's going to cost them a lot of time here. They're getting damaged, but still 4 players alive here. 70 seconds.
No!
That's not what I wanted.
Got to move forward here, C9. There's a couple players in the base. Can they pull
No.
these
Oh,
away?
fuck. That's not good.
Killing spree here
That
for
will
Sap.
definitely
What
be
does
a
it turn
pull
into? It's
for
2
sure.
here for Shopify, and the flag is moving.
Yeah.
Frosty
Come
will
on,
fall
come on,
as well. Cycle's
But
taking
we're-
damage, as has Last Shot.
Yeah,
There's a
we're getting
chance
staggered
here.
in the
C9
back now.
to this one up.
World 2's going to try to fly here. There's going to be
Yeah.
a little bit of overextension, but there's still 2 dead. On paper, this flag should go as well. 47 seconds left. Spawners on the
Maybe a
stairs.
sniper shot right to the dome.
Time with 40 seconds
Alright.
left on the
Alright.
Game time.
tie us up.
This is what makes champions right
Overshield
here.
the
Yep.
Taker again.
Unless
They took
we
their
don't pull it out, this is what doesn't do it.
Panic about the
Oh
game
god,
situation.
we're getting out fragged
Gotta give
right
a lot of
now.
credit to the fortitude
That
we're seeing
never
from C9.
happens to
25
us.
seconds
What the
left in this
fuck?
game before we
Boys,
head to overtime.
And
please.
still, it was 3 dead. Frosty, last player alive. Last shot now going to be taken down. Now with 15 seconds left, we'll see if they can even think about another flag moving.
Oh, hang
2
on.
dead.
got it.
Here comes the
That happens so much.
Heavy ass
Make
head.
sure that
Yeah.
he doesn't get that sniper rifle that's coming up. Shopify lose
Have
the
you ever thought
sniper
that when you
rifle.
play with players, it makes them
Bubu could
mad?
be a problem.
That's so I'm not gonna lie. Every time I do hop in with like our teams, it is a disaster. Every time, it always leads to tragedy.
Would you stop that?
We have won 4 tournaments in a row coming into this, and we have 3-0'd every way, or pretty much the entire way to grand finals every time.
Wait, what's the overtime round? Is it just 5 minutes the same?
Yeah, it's
First flag.
It's first
it's first flag, but 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're
Come on, boys, we already got 2 dead. Come on.
Yeah, that was a huge start.
Keep it up.
Nice, there we go, there we go.
Show them who you are.
Yeah, keep it up.
If we, yep,
Oh, come on,
that'll
my
be,
God.
that's a pull. That's a pull for sure. No.
He's got it.
Yeah, we're good. That's fine. That's a, yep,
that game?
that should be game. Good movement, that's game. Alright, it got a little spooky there for a minute, but we're fine.
Nice,
We're fine.
boys.
Way to pull it back. Way to pull it
Like
back.
I said, this is what makes champions.
Yep, that got a little scary.
We couldn't even really start to tell the Shopify comeback story in regulation in overtime before Shopify had 4 dead.
No, they're
and
calm.
in the flag.
Oh,
Which
what
is
I meant to
to
tell you
quickly
was the one
realize
guy on my
whatever
MLB
happened in
team,
regulation
his
doesn't matter because it's a
MLB
1-0
team. That was
win
really,
overall
really
in terms
good.
of the
He's in
game.
prison.
3-2
Is he in prison?
For
He is.
Shopify
Is it because he was too
Rebellion,
good?
Yeah.
They
but
had
a
to
whirlwind
stop.
No,
of just
he,
mental processing for C9 to
how
go
much
through,
I
right?
should say.
They were in the
Robbed
leading in the
a
game,
store.
then they were in the blender, double cap, barely stayed
Robbery's a
alive.
low-tier
They
crime, Matt. It's not that
executed regulation
embarrassing.
final cap.
Yeah,
Before they know it, the game's over. So Shopify icing up in overtime very
But
quickly.
we would all, for some reason, he
C9
always
stories,
would
that's what
make
we're
us
talking
enter the
about, right?
1v1
Last year,
tournaments,
very close
too,
games, but
or
just
like
the big
free-for-all
moments.
tournaments.
Wouldn't go their
I
way.
would go
I mean, is
fragless.
that going to be another
All
one? I mean, it
3 of
is
us would go
another one.
fragless the whole time, out the first round
They do
every
so
time.
well
He'd make it like
with
to
their
the
final push in
championship.
regulation
And we're
time to
like,
get
why
that
do you keep bringing
tying
this
flag
back?
on the board,
That's so
sending
good.
it into overtime. Like you say, patience,
Thanks, Resub, and a run.
execution, everything was there. But then, 30 seconds later, they lose the opening rush. They lose the opening fight. They've got Royal 2 on their spiral with sniper rifle, hitting headshots, and before you know it, last shot's just running that flag home saying, I haven't even taken a bullet.
Yeah, I know about the
Say with overshown
Philippine
hand as well. By
president
the way,
talking
Psycho
about
had 8K
Vitali.
damage that game, the only player in
We
that
talked
ranking
about
in
it.
that time period, throwing down that amount of damage. You already know that, as we said, the names Cycle and Last Shot, we were already talking about them incessantly last year, but you start to get the understanding of why we could not avoid talking about those players with the amount of clips they were putting on screen, the amount of damage they were dealing, and also the ways that they were
That
able
was
to
your
stay
captain?
alive in scenarios.
He didn't
They
look like
use
that
his
at the
gamer
time.
tag when they're
Frost
like,
and Royal
oh,
2 wanted to grab them both.
Notorious MLG superstar.
We were extra scared because he had a firearm, and we know he's got great aim.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so fascinating to talk about the psychology of a series, right? If Cloud9 tie it up in the last second, Cloud9 come out with a win, you head into Slayer Origin, you're like, okay, conversation is we go 2 up here, we're 1 game away. We can do this, boys. Just one
Have you seen the
Slayer.
interview
And
from
then,
the witness of the
now
best
the
charter
finals are down
captain?
by 1,
Oh no, I
they're
haven't.
going
I
to
heard one of
Origin,
them did
thinking,
another
"Nice,
interview.
really good game type for Shopify Rebellion. This is one where they've
I'll have to check
excelled."
that out later.
We'll take a look at some of the stats here, Andy. What's standing out to you?
I mean, Frosty ending that game 27-18 is not just incredible in the stat line, but anyone who was watching the stats throughout the game would have noticed that it was actually Last Shot leading.
Is
in
that right,
kills
Schneeby? I didn't
throughout
know
the
that part.
entirety of the game. Frosty was about 1 or 2 kills away from most of it. There was a
Mr.
point where
Schneebly.
Frosty had 19 when Last Shot had 20. So, and that was late in regulation. So that tells you
New
just
Jordan
how much
Peele movie
Frosty
looks
did
wild.
late
That movie
in
looks
the
super
game,
cool. I
as
saw the
well as
previews
in
yesterday when I
OG,
went to
right?
Sinners.
Likely a killing
It's
spree
like a
in
football
regulation
horror
and
movie where a
OT
guy
to
sells
get
his soul to
27-18
Satan to be better at
the way that he
football.
did. Wonderful numbers from him.
Yeah.
I also want to say, wonderful numbers from
Thanks,
Psycho.
Resub
You
Woody.
mentioned the damage, right? Over 8K, only player to break that. He goes 18, 15 assists, like slightly positive. Like it's just that perfect Halo stat line that you know you are doing at such a incredible role for your team and still managing to stay with that damage
membership Bean.
output in the correct
Oh, speaking
side
of Bean,
that
did you guys see
Hostage when it
Brian
comes to that
Johnson's
KD,
new
fascinating,
post that popped off?
thing to keep an eye on with him, 'cause I think
Someone
it's
said,
just synonymous with his playstyle and the way that he
a
goes
woman
about
said
playing
something
it.
like, "I can't believe men just
Heads
wake
towards
up
game
with
number 2, we have
raging
to talk
boners,"
about
and
how
Brian Johnson
good
replied to it and he
Shopify
goes,
Rebellion have
"Well,
been when it
actually,
comes
every
to
gender
Origin.
wakes up with
If you
raging
capture the flag,
boners.
Slayer,
In fact,
whatever it is, we are
women,
seeing highlights
it was something like,
before the real
their
season
clitoris
gets underway. We've already
stiffens
seen some
up, and they
amazing
call it
highlights.
the morning
As
bean."
we said earlier, the war is taken down.
Who's the they in this
I don't know. He said it's often referred to as the
At this
morning
level of
bean.
play, 50
Holy
to 44 wins
shit.
over both teams, as
It
we
was
said.
so hype.
But one thing I'm going to be looking at
Oh,
continually
God.
is big moments, because I think one thing that C9, as we get ready for game number 2, one thing that C9 has to realize is all 3 of those flags
He's insane.
were
I-
essentially
He
because
could've
of
just
4 deads
chosen
they could
not
have
to
avoided,
answer
right? There
that.
was
I
no
know,
consistent
but it made me
control
so
from
happy that he
Shopify.
did.
Shopify stole
He
all
tweeted
3 of those
56
flags
minutes ago.
with very quick 4 deads. One
Yeah,
of them
if
being
you-
back to
if you're
back.
looking for it, I think it
Royal
was
2 also with a
yesterday.
game-saving
In his
play from the
replies.
back
Okay.
spiral, hitting
You guys
his
were
nose to the
talking about. I'm still doing research on sperm racing. You guys are talking about it like it's like a thing that has happened a bunch. This is the first one that's going.
Well, it's the first heat. Yeah, it's new.
That's the first event ever. Like it just was invented.
Yeah, we're on the cusp of the new American pastime.
If you want to win Origin Slayer, you cannot let that sniper rifle be dominated.
I might. We'll see.
It's a case of
We can see if you can sign one of them.
Oh! A Shopify Rebellion sperm racer. Yeah, I saw Sinners last night. It was very good.
Let's see if C9 can answer back.
Classic sniper opening here. Frosty actually going to go maze first. That's going to leave.
Is this one just Slayer?
Yeah, this is just Slayer. Oh my god, that's just so clean.
2v2 in the map.
Can we talk about how Frosty just left the sniper rifle for
the last shot? Yeah, I agree.
And immediately you can see why.
Does he know there's a scope?
So one thing I learned when playing the other night, sometimes you want to just go without the scope.
I mean, it's accurate.
Yeah.
It's like 100% accurate.
Yeah, like it feels better sometimes just no
Really just
scoping.
about the magnification.
Yeah.
4-2 is the score. 4-3 now as Frosty will pick up his first.
Last time rotates here. Sab actually going to get the rockets.
Or would they switch
First
over
one
at that time?
put to
Yeah,
use.
like that.
Second one still to play with. Early
They
lead
shoot the
for
wall
them.
right next to you.
But last shot
Oh,
still
shoot him.
Oh, imagine he just got
I
confused.
think he got scared. I saw him.
He thought about it. He thought about it.
It's like Shopify shape on the map at the
Makes me
moment. They're
so
trying to
big.
extend to both elbows to get some angles. The snipe side is completely controlled by Cloud9, and Shopify know that they can't really go in without damage because they're going to at least have themselves finding one rocket at the disposal of their opponents, which is almost a guaranteed kill.
Yeah.
There is that guaranteed kill. 2 dead for Shopify. Once
No, finish him, finish him. Oh, that's
might go down to
oh,
that
nice.
somehow survives
That's
the
alright.
grenade. And comes out
He got the stick, so we're fine.
3 dead here for Cloud9.
Yeah.
That is a ridiculous play from last
Can we
shot.
get the
Not
rockets?
involve a power weapon.
It really was, and somehow
I
they
think
keep the
we
game
can.
very, very close.
No, I think they
now.
got it back.
Felt like with the control on the weapons that we just saw C9 have, as well as positioning on
Nice.
Cat,
Aw.
they could have started to run away with it, but keep the game here within one.
Yes.
Huge.
11-11 now on the board. As we rotate back to snipe side, a big battle here. Royal 2 and last shot, and then narrowly escape both of them.
He's so interesting to me.
And
And
top
like,
snipe as well.
thank God, in today's day and age, thank God he's not fascinating in a name.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
he's like an eccentric guy, but
Yeah.
up to this point, I don't think he's been too
He
powerful.
he's just a guy who loves boners.
Exactly.
Who isn't?
Nothing wrong with
Half
that.
of his tweets are definitely about sperm.
At least half, yeah.
He should be one of the sperm wrestlers since he's been like working on it for so long.
Can you imagine he puts his down and it's like fucking, what's that snail's name?
Turbo.
Turbo.
Oh, we are getting fucking washed right now. Holy,
Alright,
what are we
let's pull this
doing?
back.
What are we
They
doing?
get a swing, we get a swing. And then we get another swing and win the game.
No. Okay.
Alright. There we go.
Okay.
There, good cleanup. Good comms. Oh, man. Oh, man. Double. Trade it. No.
Red's over, yeah, he's hiding there. Sniper, sniper. Keep on that. Keep on
Okay.
We made up a kill.
Yep.
Gap's down to 4.
We've got the sniper again. And it's Frosty with sniper. It's like the best fucking sniper in Halo history. Nope. We keep getting picked.
Come on.
Someone should clean that.
Capitalize on these.
Oh, good fucking shot. God!
Oh, the gap is widening a little bit.
Yep.
Let's have a big swing. Let's pull back.
We're not playing like ourselves right now. It's making me sad.
It's the first round jitters.
We went into listening, and it was Cloud9 who were trailing. Shopify just got into the lead, but as we come out, it's almost a 10-kill advantage, which is slowly being cut down here by Shopify. into the
How are we getting gapped so hard right now?
was picked up in all of that play by Shopify, but they couldn't put it to use. Cloud9 played around it so well.
They really did. Shopify brought this game back to 24-21 when we saw that sniper rifle in the hands of Frosty, but really impressed with Cloud9's resilience here as they continue to just lay down damage, specifically the timing of their kills. They're wasting no time. They're making sure when they're pushing.
Good grenades. Can we come in and clean this somehow?
We'll just kill all 3 of them.
lead.
3 players, no shield there from Cloud9. None of them got taken down, but Frosty has a
Last shot, clean him. There you go.
very hard from Sam.
Okay.
Frosty being taken down on his home turf here, of course, on Origin. It was 3 dead yet again, 36-28. You have to think, as we've seen with
Oh boy, yeah, we're cold. We are cold. Yeah.
That's alright.
We're way off.
Can't win every why there's multiple games.
Yeah.
Really big moment because the sniper's got no ammo to play with. That's down on the ground. Sab now finds another, and another rocket here will put them within 10 of closing out game number 2. Royal 2, he'll be taken down by Boo Boo, who's 11
Wow,
and 6
we
in
got
this game,
absolutely
by the way. And Sab
annihilated
still has that
here.
rocket in the back pocket. Cloud9 might be on the home stretch here.
By the way, this is the second time I've been really impressed with Sab's rocket discipline. He's made sure to use them so perfectly and switch back to Bandit when he needed to. That's why he's 11 and 7 in this game.
Just get a little
And now a
confidence
12 kill lead.
Yeah, maybe some momentum for next game would be good.
Very special for Shopify to get back into this game
Best of
too
5.
soon.
We're not trying to win all of them.
Septify is doing everything he can just to make them 4 dead. Survives long enough for his teammates to get back on the map. Will be taken down though by Royal 2, and all of a sudden there's a little bit of momentum.
Florida stays
for
hot
Shopify
during winter. It
Rebellion.
never really gets too cold here.
On your screen right now, looking dapper, I will say, with the headband on.
Haircut looks good too.
Sniper rifle popping up on that snipe side as well. Sap will get that kill. Royal 2 trades it out, but we are getting into a situation now where Cloud9 probably thinking about tying this series up a
It
1-1.
is.
Septify
And we're
with a
still
big
just
1v
losing
versus
these
Cycle.
fights.
Very big 1v1. That could have brought the game within kind of still firing distance, but now
Pull it back
with a
a little
9 kill
bit,
lead at the
let's see.
46 mark and sniper
pretty
rifle in
good.
hand,
Yeah,
these
no,
could
this
be your
one
final
was
kills of the game.
cooked.
He drops the top
I don't know
silver.
what went so wrong there.
And he
Yikes.
can't
This
quite
membership
find his
tripod.
forehead this time around. It will now be a case of staying alive for him because his 2 teammates have fallen in front of him.
shoot
They're
off a
trying to
quick
shoot this
message.
ammo out. I
Cloud9,
like
see
this
if
from
they
C9,
can-
but it also
can-
shows maybe a little bit of nervousness that they might have let Shopify
Come on,
back
kill
into
up.
this game.
47 though, that's a big trade that comes out. Oh, and
No.
Sab's back base picks up another key kill, and with
Alright,
the
if you
48
just don't die again,
these should be
fine.
your final few.
Yeah,
49 on
he's
board.
just,
Just no more nap. No more.
Just plays from Sab, just hiding in the back of the base. Puts them within 1.
Has anybody ever done this comeback
And
before?
C9 find themselves
Never.
on the precipice
This is the
of
first
sending
time.
us to map 3, all tied up. It is 1-1.
All right, let's not have any more of those today.
Yeah, next
And the
next
memories of
game's
the
are.
I've never
overtime
seen us
that
lose
Shopify
like
stole
that.
away from them.
That was
They're not too
brutal.
worried about that right now.
No, I tell you what, I expected C9 to come out hot here based on how that game 1 had went. Both maybe a little bit of frustration, but also a lot of fire and momentum. And what a statement to have Frosty be the last kill on that map, and I believe he even goes 7 and 13 on that map. We have not seen that, of course, on LAN just yet. And now it's C9 with a comfortable 50-40 game number
Yeah, it
2
was a
win to tie the series
disastrous
up
game.
1-1. And you have to think that they're maybe even saying, hey, if overtime goes different, we're leading this series 2-0. And like we said, if you thought you knew how this year was going to go in the Halo Championship Series, think again. From top to bottom, seeds 1 through 8 could not be closer, and that is perfectly told by this story here. The 8th seed takes game number 2, and we are tied 1-1.
Some highlights from that previous game. Last shot, the player who picked up the sniper rifle off the starting strategy for Shopify Rebellion, which was somewhat
What'd
of
you
a surprise
fix?
to everyone, I'm sure, watching.
Nice.
But one thing that really impressed me was, you know, Shopify got that sniper in their hands a few times, but C9 played the really obnoxious angles, made no shot easy to hit. And the big shots like that from Sab when the pressure
I have
was
still
coming
not
in,
watched
just
Mad
kept that
Men.
lead on their side. A couple of important
But I-
ones being won, like we saw.
No, I just know a
But it's
lot
just the
about it.
discipline,
I've seen
I think,
little
that was
bits and
most impressive
pieces,
for
but I've never
C9.
actually sat down and watched like
Whenever they
full
did have
episodes
power
or
weapons,
watched the
they
whole
controlled
show or
those
anything.
rockets so well as well.
Indeed, take a look at these stats. As we said, 15 and 7 from Sab, 13 and 7 from Boo Boo. Everyone going positive or even on the side of C9. Excuse me, Manny just -2 here, but with
It was
big
an off
assist
game.
numbers, double digits for him.
That was a very, very off game,
In the
and
end,
hopefully no
C9
more of
coming
those
out
ever
hot.
again.
I would say
Yeah,
in both of these
we'll hold
games,
back
I mean, yes, we saw Shopify with an unbelievable clutch factor in that first game. to secure those 3 flags, but
Like,
C9 looks strong, and they take down Shopify.
That happens
was
a lot.
already one of their best game types, and
I
I
have-
talking to the censor
I
backstage.
have
He
no
said,
idea, but that does happen a lot.
"The thing we got to do is make sure we don't let them go off a snipe." They held Frosty not just off of a snipe, but to a minimum
That'd be big.
in that game, which was undoubtedly a key to victory. But let's not forget, Shopify, as you said, did have this game
Alright, we
brought
got
within
King
just
of the
3
Hill
kills,
now.
and Frosty was sniping. Cloud9 did
Hopefully
not this
that'll
time. They did not.
bring us back
Where's
to
the
They made sure